Good morning, everybody. For us that were around yesterday, we are unable to follow the training because we are not being registered. I hope we are all been registered by now. Now I'm starting afresh the course we started yesterday. Number one step is how do I log into ComUI Moodle platform. As we said earlier, the URL to ComUI Moodle is elearning.com.ui.edu.ng. I'd like you to follow the URL, put it on your browser, and load the page. If you have successfully done that, you should see screen as I'm seeing. You see a screen that is similar to my own. Now, for us to log in, what is required of us is the ComUI login details. As I said earlier, some of us that were not on campus, they have created our ComUI login details. And those of us that are here before, we have been supposed to have linked to our department by this time. So when you go on this e-learning platform, for us to log in, by your right side, you see a login link here. Click on login. This is where you put your login detail. For example, I log in as a creator 1. I put my password. Now I can see my dashboard. My dashboard is empty because I have not created any course. Now, if I want to create my course, next thing I do is I click on Site Home. Click on Site Home. Now, as for most of us that belong to one faculty or the other, click on your faculty. If you see a page similar to this, click on your faculty. When you click on your faculty, look for your department. Look for your department. If you have been created, you have been linked as a course creator for your department. By the time you click your department, for example, let me see my own. I'm a course creator for e-learning program. I click on this. Now, the first lecture, click on it. Now, you should be able to see button, add a new course button. Add a new course button. By default, because I'm a course creator for that unit, that's why I can see add a new course. For example, if I try to change my category, let's say I go to public health, or let me say I go to Department of Community Medicine. Let's see what happens. You see, my status has changed to request for a course because I don't have permission to register any course under that department. That's why I see request a course. So if you see a request a course, that's what that indicates is that your account has not been linked to your department. So if you see some people like that are yet to be linked to their department, I would like such people to write their name and their department and send it to elearning@com. Send it to support@comui.edu.ng. support@comui.edu.ng. State your name and your department so that we can link your name to your department. Let me go back to where I belong. So I can see add a new course. That means I have privilege to add a new course under this category because I've been created as a course creator and a teacher under the category. Let me add a new course. Now, number one thing, we have those ones in red. They are very important fields you must fill. I start with my full name, my full course name. I call it Introduction to Moodle. I can give most of the time we recommend that you use your course code in this course short course name and course ID number. Use the course code like EMS 101, 204 and the rest. So let me say I call MOD 101 for my course code. Now, as I said, by default, it gives me to my category, course category. It belongs to under e-learning. You should be able to see your own course category under your department. The field that's very important here is the show and hide field. Now, when you see show fields indicate that you want your course to be shown immediately you create it. But peradventure you have a course that you want to deliver next session and you are just preparing the course. You can put the status to be hide so that nobody will see your course until you launch it. So by the time you want to launch the course, you click on show. So but now I want to choose my course, I put show. The next one is start and the end date. The start date by default, it will give me the current date and time. Meanwhile, it gives me 1 year, a year period to be able to give me a year period for course availability. So I can disable it. If I disable it, that means this course will be available on the platform every time. So for my course ID number, I put the same short code. Description is the best thing you can use to describe your course. The best thing you can use to describe your course. Like here, I can say introduction to Moodle, how to use Moodle, LMS. That's my course description. Now another thing here is an optional field, course image. Course image signifies the image that you think is more relevant to your course, that can describe your course, that by the time people see it at a glance, they will know what that course is all about. It's an optional field. So I leave it blank. The next thing is course format. By default, we set our course format to be on topical. That means topic is a topical form. You can set your own to be weekly. If you know your course runs through a period of some weeks, maybe 2-3 weeks, you can see week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, and the rest. And we have 4 sessions for each topic. You can add as many as you want dynamically while you are doing your course. So those are the important fields that you must fill to register, to be able to register or create our course. Next thing I do, I click on save and return. Save and return. Immediately I click save and return, it has created a course for me. And you see yourself as teacher or course creator. The next thing you do, now you can launch into the course you just created. Click on the course. By the time you click on the course, your screen should look like this. Your screen should look like this. For you to be able to edit or to add any resources to your course, what all we need to do is to click on right widget, click on turn editing on. Turn editing on. This right, by your right side, you see the icon by your right side of your course page. Click on it, you see edit settings, turn editing on. Edit settings, you can edit whatever you have entered that think is wrong while you are creating your course. You can modify it, you can edit whatever your parameters you want to edit with edit settings. Let me go back to my course. Let's go back. By the time I turn edit on, for me to be able to add anything to the course, I have to turn edit on. Click on turn edit on. Yes. Now turn edit on. This week has given me privilege to be able to add new thing, to change anything on my course page. By default, it gives announcements for your course. Maybe by the time you are starting a course, you have announcement for the students. This here you put the announcement type, maybe announcement for week 1. Announcement for week 1. Click enter. By the time you click enter, you will see it has been edited. Here, you can add activity. Most of the time, what we add here, we had label as announcement for resources. We had announcement or whatever we want to add as an announcement. Now, if I want to add first topic to my course page, I will head the topic 1 and change the topic 1 to the topic. Let me say I call it in Moodle installation. Moodle installation. Try your own. Put the topic you would like to have in topic 1. Just click on that pen icon and enter. Now, the next thing now, we want to add some resources to our course page. And we are talking about resources. Our resource can be video, can be link, it can be Word document, it can be PDF or PowerPoint, any kind of, it can be audio. So here you can add all those resources to our Moodle platform. Now, number one thing, I want to add a link now, a URL. Maybe you have a resources online that want your students to have access to you want to link them to a resource online. What to do, you click on add activity. When you click on add activity, when you scroll down, you see URL. You see URL. You see URL. Click on URL, click add URL. Now let me call it Moodle for beginners. Now I want to copy a URL from, maybe this is the URL I want to copy. Let me say this is the URL. Copy the URL. Paste it here and put the description here. The description is optional. Appearance. Now in appearance, that shows how you want it to show. Automatic system will create the link. Now anybody, by the time you click on it, it will load that page. But embedded, it will embed the document on your page. To embed the document on your page. Those are the necessary parameters you have to fill in. Click set and save and return to course. Now we have added URL to our page. Likewise, let me try to add the documents. Maybe I have a PowerPoint presentation, I have PDF, I have video, I have audio. The same way you can create it. Click on File and click Add. When you click on Add, give it a name. Let me say Moodle for beginners. Moodle for beginners. Now, here I will just click on, you see icon here, add file. There are options. You can load from your page, from your system. This is upload a file. Click on file upload. Let's say I'm uploading this presentation. Open and click on upload. Appearance, as we did the other time, automatic or embedded. Let me put embedded and click save and return. So as I said earlier, that's how to add resources to your page. It could be video. If it's a video, you upload video like that as well. That's how you upload a video. If it's an audio, that's how you upload an audio. Now, the next thing is how to can enroll a user to this platform, to your course. You need somebody to be able to access your page. So what to do is, by your left side, as a menu, you see a list of menu there. You see add participants. Click on add participants. When you click on add participant, you can see yourself. You can see your role. You can see your role. You are the only one on the page because nobody has access to the course. Except you can ask somebody as a user, as a teacher, and as well you can ask somebody as a teacher, as a student. Now let's say I want to add a student now. I click on enroll user. By your right side, you see enroll user. Click on it. When you click on enroll user, this is how we can enroll a single user. There are two ways to add, there are two ways to add users. You can enroll a single user or enroll a cohort. Cohort is a group of users that are registered on that can have access to the same resources. So instead of having like a class of 100 students one by one, we can create code for it. You create code for it for them so that all of them will be under a group. So by the time you have that code, all of the students in that code are automatically belong to their student on that course. So, but now I want to add a single user. Let's say I want to add new student as a user. Yes, you can try it out on your own site. Click on new student, type new student. So you see the role here. By default is a student role. But if you are trying to add a colleague, you can change the status, the role to teacher. But now I'm adding a student. So I leave it as a student and click enroll selected user. Now, can you see that you have two user here, yourself and the new student. So you see the status of the student, the role is a student. Now I want to add a teacher now. Let me try to add a teacher. Let me add myself. Yes. I search for it. Now, assign role, I call it teacher. So, as a teacher, under this course, I have all the teacher's privilege. If I log in with this user, K Agbola, that's how you add a colleague to a course. Now, lastly, let's try, I want to add a cohort. As I said earlier, a cohort is a group of students or group of users that are under the same course, that offer the same course. Now we created some of the cohorts before. So you can select any one of them, but I would advise not to select anyone because these are whole cohorts. Now, if you want to create cohort now, it's advisable you make your students, you compile the list of your students and group them class by class, like 100 levels, 200 levels, 300 levels, so that by the time all of them are under the same cohort, they can offer the same courses. So the teacher doesn't need to be searching for each student one by one. Just look for the cohort, maybe human nutrition 100 level. Just click on it, and all of them will be part of that course. That's how to create a cohort. Lastly, I want to talk about how to add attendance. How to add attendance. Now, attendance is also an activity as adding course material and resources, resources and the rest. So what I do is I go to my course, I click on my course. Here I want to add an attendance. I click on add activity or resources. See attendance here. Click on add attendance. Give it a name, the week. one, week one, the module settings. Now, here you can show assignment or hide the assignment. If you hide the assignment, student wouldn't know that your course is taking the assignment. But let's show the assignment. Now, let's save and return to our courses. So next thing we have to do is set up session for the attendance. Attendance. Click on week one, attendance. Now you can create sessions. Like if you know this course comes up maybe every week or twice a week. So here you can create session. Like I want the student to the attendance to start from today, and I want the multiple session. Maybe let me set time. Maybe from 4, or let me say from 3:20 to, let me put it, multiple sessions. Now, I can set it to repeat the above sessions. Maybe you have your lecture on Monday and on Friday. Put it down. Repeat until, this one is a weekly activity. Repeat until maybe when this course will come to an end, you can choose maybe March. Automatic marking, let's say yes. And hard. They said the end time was greater than as a certain time. So I started, let me put it to me from, they say it's start from 3, let's say it end by 5, it's okay. Yes. Now we have all the attendance for all the days of the week. That's how to set up their attendance. So now I want to log in as, let me change my mode to a student mode now to see what the student will see at the end of their own end. So this is what student will see. This is what student will see at our own end. Now let me try to log in as a student properly. As a student, let me log in. I'm logging as a student. Now, if I enter to the course, click on week 1, attendance. Now, so the attendance starting from, it's AM. It's AM. Let me, Monday, February 1, 3:20 AM. So I've registered as either a student. Let me see what a lecturer see at its own end again. As a lecturer, when you enter attendance, click on reports. You see somebody has entered. This is students has entered. Now to grade your assignment, and to grade your attendance, sorry, click on it. There are options. This is the person by default. We have four options: present, sorry, present, late, excuse, or absence. So depending on how you set, this one can be set here. Like this one, if I want to mark it as present, I click here, save attendance. Now this person present. So we have one person present. You can set that status here. Now for presence, 2 points. For late, 1 point. For excuse, 1 point. For absent, 0. But if you don't want to any excuse for your course, you can delete this one. For example, I don't want any excuse. You can delete it so that it won't take anybody with excuse. So we have 3. You can also delete this point to whatever you think is best fitting for your course. So I think that's all for attendance taking for course. So we see one person present. You see the summary. We have one person present because that was a student that not in last, and no absence, no late. I think that's that for